want to appear here. Let me know if you can see me. I've had to very quickly go back to my phone because it's just not working. It says live. It doesn't say anybody. Is there anybody there? We've got one person watching. Got 2 people. Sorry for the delay. Our internet just utterly refuses to work, so we've gone back to using my phone. I'm on my 4G, so I'm going to spank that up now. Hi Owen. Hi Meg. Hi Alison. Proper old school tonight using my phone. Hi Grace. Jamie's desperately tried to get it all going for the last 20 minutes. I said, no, we're going to start. Give everybody a couple of minutes to rock up. Are you all doing alright? Weather's much better now, isn't it? Not so bloody hot. Oh, it's hot in this room. It's still 30 degrees in here. I can't have the fan on though, so it's too noisy. There's 4 of us so far. Somebody hasn't said hello, I don't think then. Yeah, only 3 people said hello out of 5. Who else is there? Identify yourself. Owen says, it's just me tonight. Megan is watching some pregnant teenagers programme. Lovely. Okay. Hopefully Janet will turn up in a minute because she's been asking where we were. We're here now. I stuck far too much lime cordial in this, it's so strong. Blah, 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 blah. Hi Claire. Right, we're up to 6. Need Louise and Janet. I think Emma said she was coming. We shouldn't overrun anyway because we only do 4 rounds now, so. Hi Louise. Jamie hasn't been very well the last couple of weeks. His leg's been... it sounds so silly when you say his leg's been playing him up, but his knee and his foot can barely walk, so... so he hasn't been able to get to his computer to do all the technical things I need for like the toys from the past quiz, etc. So we're just doing a plain old pub quiz for today. But we are at home because equally he can't drive, so we didn't get down to Kent. But hi Emma. Just waiting for Janet and then oh, we're here. Okay. Well, I reckon we've had 5 minutes waiting for everybody, so I reckon it's time to start because it's nearly 5 to 9 already. Okay. Well, hello and welcome to the Big Fat Live Pub Quiz Part 3. So we're going to have 4 rounds, and because it's just 4, we're just going to power through them. So nice easy questions, hopefully. So our first round is going to be currencies of the world. Jamie's suggestion. Thought it'd be good. So I'm after the main currency that is used in each of the countries that I'm going to say. So question 1. What main currency do they use in Poland? So question 1. What currency do they use in Poland? What is it called? Now, it should be nice to give you a clue. Well, I think it's a clue. I think it's a clue. If you watched Count Duckula, you might know what this currency is called. Even though Count Duckula was in Romania, because it was Transylvania, wasn't it? But Jamie's adamant that they used this currency as well. He may have that wrong. I don't know. I haven't in fact checked that.
I hope you have.
I haven't. I haven't. I just remember you telling me that, so I thought I'd add that in as a clue, as a possible clue, or it could be a red herring. It's either a clue or a red herring. Yeah. Right. Question 2. What main currency do they use in Vietnam? Which Jamie remembers because he thinks it's quite funny. So question 2, what currency do they use in Vietnam? Question 3, what main currency do they use in Japan? Question 3, what main currency do they use in Japan? I had to explain to Jamie what the song Turn in Japanese, which is an 80s song, what it actually means, because he didn't know. And I think, didn't you say that you did that at karaoke as well?
Yeah.
You did it at karaoke and you had no idea at the time, obviously.
Thanks. Thanks for reminding me.
You just liked it because it was talking about being Japanese.
That was it.
Not about having a wank and your eyes going like that. Oh! Yeah. Turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. Okay. Question 4. What is the main currency they use in Russia? That was Russia, by the way. I shouldn't do accents. No, I'm terrible at them. Even my own one. Question 5. What is the main currency they use in Norway? So question 5. What is the main currency they use in Norway? If you've ever been to Scandinavia, take lots of this with you because it's so expensive. Everything is so expensive there. We did a few places on our Baltic cruise and it cost us like the equivalent of 20 quid for a sandwich and a drink, I think. I know you'd probably argue it's not far off that if you're going to Costa. It was all to do with a big... Oh, hello. Are you there? So trying to reconnect. We lost you. Or you lost me. I hope we have reconnected. I got a... My screen, Jamie, just went black and it said we're trying to reconnect you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, they did a sandwich in their cafe that was done to a 100-year-old recipe. It was quite nice, wasn't it?
It was lovely.
A bit mouldy. Not really, it wasn't 100 years old. Okay. But yeah, so expensive. But then their minimum wage is like, I don't know, 16 quid an hour, something like that. So it all works out. Yeah. Question 6. What is the main currency in South Africa? Question 6. What is the main currency used in South Africa? Question 7. What is the main currency used in Syria? Now the reason I picked Syria actually because I was quite surprised. It's quite a familiar currency. I had no idea. So question 7. What main currency do they use in Syria? Just make sure I'm not missing out on any comments. No. Question 8. What main currency is used in Israel? So question 8. What main currency is used in Israel? I think people used to be putting these, didn't they, for when they were prisoners, what the Israelis use as currency. Do you know what it is?
No.
Oh, okay. It'll make sense when I say it later on then. Okay. Question 9. What main currency do they use in Switzerland? So question 9. What main currency do they use in Switzerland? Isn't cheese with holes in it? And question 10. Currency do they use in the Czech Republic? Which, a clue for this one is it's very apt for 2020. That's why I picked it. So question 10. What main currency do they use in the Czech Republic? I don't think it's called the Czech Republic anymore. I should know that because we did countries that changed their names last time. Okay, so that's out of 10 obviously. Do we need any recaps? If not, give me a thumbs up. Boop, 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 boop. Nobody's saying anything, so no recaps. Okay, we all good. So question 1 was what was the main currency they use in Poland, and I gave you the clue of it was used in Count Duckula for those 80s children amongst us, and that was the zloty, spelt Z-L-O-T-Y. Slotty. I quite like that. And Jamie reckons that they had they used slotty in Count Duckula. If they don't, blame him. Question 2 was what was the main currency they used in Vietnam? Again, Jamie said I had to pick that one because they use the dong. Yes. Which is amusing to us because we're children. You didn't see. This was my description of the dong, Jamie. Was that they use the dong.
The dong.
Yes. We'll leave that alone. Question 3. What currency do they use in Japan? Quite an easy one. That is the yen. It always amazes me the currencies that are so different in like dollars and that. You'll have like $20 to £20 and everything, but then you have things like the Japanese yen and it'd be like 4 billion yen equals 4 quid or something. That's a bit extreme.
I think it's 8
but it literally it's like, how much is that sushi? It's 40,000 yen. It's like, calm down, that's a tenner.
I think it's like 8,000 yen is equal to a pound.
8,000 yen is equal to a pound, Jamie reckons. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It was quite entertaining when I was out in Turkey when they still used the Turkish lira.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I went into
when I Google it, it still says that they use the Turkish lira.
Oh, they are, okay,
I know they have euros as well, but in Turkey.
I went to a cash point, and asked for some money, and it was like, I can't, there's so many zeros on here, I can't work out if I'm getting out a tenner or a grand.
Right, question 4. What currency do they use in Russia? Russia. And that is rubles, or rubles as I like to call them.
Rubles.
Ruffles. Question 5 was Norway. In Norway, they use the Norwegian krona. And then you've got like the Swedish krona and Danish krona. It's all about the krona. Question 6, in South Africa, they use the rand. R-A-N-D. Rand. Question 7, in Syria, they use pounds. And actually, in a lot of those sort of places, I saw Iraq uses the pounds. The Lebanon uses pounds. Yeah. It's the Syrian pounds.
You cannot be serious.
You cannot be serious. Question 8. Israel uses shekels. And that's why I said, isn't this what you used to get chained up in? If you as punishment. Shekels. Shackles. I know they're shackles. Just making a joke. Question 9. Switzerland, and it wasn't holy cheese. It was Swiss francs. So francs.
I still use that instead of the.
I mean, they probably all use euros as well, but
yeah,
I expect they probably all use euros. If somebody's written obviously, if you've written euro for every single answer, that's probably not right. It was probably after the more specific local currency there. Question 10, the Czech Republic was the koruna. Koruna. Yeah. That's why I said it was relevant to 2020.
Not the Rona then.
Not the Rona. Well, they probably call it the Rona. So that's out of 10. How did you do? Maybe some easy ones and some hard ones there. If I was doing that, I'd have got
a migraine.
I'd have got 2 out of 10. Well done. Owen got 8. Emma got 8. Alison got 7. Grace got 6. Everybody would have done better than me. Claire got 5. Louise got 1. I'd have beaten Louise at least. What did you get? Japanese yen? I'd have got Japanese yen and I'd have got the Russian rubles.
You wouldn't have got the Swedish krona because we went to Sweden and
used krona. Of course, I'd have got the... No, it was Norway. I'd have got the Norwegian. I'd have got... Yeah, I thought she'd get yen. No, I'd have got 3 out of 10 actually. You're right. Yeah.
You want to go to Vietnam just so you can pay for something in dong, don't you?
Emma says ZAR is the same as rand in South Africa.
Yeah.
I just googled currencies of the world and it just gave me a big long list. And I just went for the most interesting sounding ones that I could pronounce.
South Africa still has a valid currency that is actually solid gold. A valid form of currency in South Africa.
So you can literally pay with gold coin.
Yeah.
Like a pirate.
Yeah.
In South Africa. Yeah. I so want to go do that.
Yeah, it's called a cougar rand.
But I want to do that with milk chocolate ones. I'm going to freeze them so they don't know, you know. So they don't know and they melt, because South Africa's pretty damn hot. Yeah. And then run away and say, that chocolate's really good, you're lucky you're getting it.
I don't think it's kind of like you go into Waitrose and buy your shopping with cougar rands. No. Yeah.
What about gold, if you got a brick and you like painted it gold and then gave that to them?
I think they'd suss it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever felt the weight of pure gold? It's absolutely obscene.
Oh no, I haven't felt the weight of pure gold.
I've tried to pick up a brick of gold before. Yeah.
Is it could you do somebody some damage with it?
If you could actually pick it up.
I've got this thing about I pick objects up, and if they're quite tactile, they fit in your hands nicely, and that as a woman, you know, that you think you could do somebody some damage with it. And I'm like, definitely seen too many soap operas. Yeah. Okay.
Always eyeing up the marble ashtray.
Marble ashtray, yeah. No, it's the bust of somebody, you know, like a little head and a little plinth on the side. They tend to use, or a vase that's quite tactile to pick up. Yeah.
Tell you what, you can do some damage for your bust.
Shut up. Okay. Questions. Where did we get up to? Oh no, we did it all. Shut up, Helen. Round 2. So round 2 is going to be Kings and Queens of England. Question 1. Which king died at the Battle of Hastings, ending the reign of the Anglo-Saxon kings and the beginning of the Normans? So I want his name and I want his number, his Roman numerals. I never know Roman numerals. Every time I have to say to Jamie, what does that mean? It's like, the V is a 5, and then obviously you can work out the I's. But I just got to remember V is a 5. What's an X?
10.
10. It's like I've never looked at a clock with numerals before. I just had ones with plain old numbers on. Yeah. Anyway, so question 1. Which king died at the Battle of Hastings, ending the reign of the Anglo-Saxon kings and the beginning of the Normans? In Reading, at the museum that we've got, we have a great big replica of the Bayeux Tapestry. And it goes, it's behind glass and it's on the wall and it goes all the way along the museum. You've never been to Reading Museum, have you?
No.
Yeah, it's not massive, but it's quite a cool little thing. Got a whole little section on Reading Pop Festival as well throughout the years, which obviously isn't happening this year, which is strange, you know. They'd all be arriving by now.
Yeah.
We'd all have tents there, great big structures and everything. I could see from my mum's house.
Yeah. Every shop in the way up to it will be selling beer out the front, and
that's it.
Yeah.
Everybody who actually lives in Reading will be avoiding that area for the whole month of August. Yeah. Lived in Reading all my life. Never been. Never wanted to go. I don't like massive crowds. Yeah, it's not, and also I like level of comfort, cleanliness. Yeah, I'm not a festival-minded person. Okay. Plus, I know people say that people, you know, oh, they were so good live, and like, but sometimes I watch things and I think, do you know, that's pretty shit, and it sounds so much better on a record or a CD or something.
On a record, they're old.
Any purists think that records sound better than anything. Right, question 2. Which king led crusades and was called the Lionheart? So question 2. Which king led crusades and was called the Lionheart? Apparently he only spent 6 months in England of his reign. He just took the taxes from the country and used them to pay for his crusades. His little jolly around Europe and that. Again, I want his name and I want his Roman numeral. What's his number? Question 3. Name Henry VIII's 3 children. So it's 3 points available here. He had 3 kids. Can you name them? So point for each one. So question 3, name Henry VIII's 3 children. If I was playing this, I'd be like, I know 2 of them. Some of us forget the 3rd. Question 4. Who was king during the Great Fire of London? That was 1666, wasn't it? I will always remember that now because of the number, because it's got 666 in it.
I thought it was because you was there.
No, it's not because I was there, Jamie. I didn't start it either. Before you accuse me of that too. So, question 4. Who was the king during the Great Fire of London? Question 5. Who was our monarch in 1900? So question 5, who was our monarch in 1900? Oh, Chris just stuck to my drink. Question 6, who abdicated in 1936? Again, I'm after their name and also their number, their Roman numeral. What's the, I mean, I'm saying it like that, but what would be the proper way to say that?
What's that?
So you say you've got like Charles III or something.
Yeah.
How would you word that? Like to say like I'm after their name and they're the third bit.
Yeah.
No, you can't think of anything better.
No,
Oh,
I can't
well,
think of anything.
I'll carry on as I was then. Question 7. Who was our Queen's father? So our Queenie, what was her daddy called?
Mr. Queen.
Yeah. She called him Daddy. Again, I'm after their name and their number. See, for things like that, I'd remember the name, but I wouldn't remember the number. But to get the point, I'm being pretty mean here as well. I'm not offering like 2 points for that, or any of that. I'm just offering 1 point. Question 8. What year was our Queen coronated? And I am using the word coronated. I believe it is a word. So question 8, what year was our Queen coronated? We've had this question before, so if you've done any of my other quizzes, you might remember, or you might know it anyway. Question 9, who is our longest reigning monarch so far? Obviously so far because we don't know in the future. So question 9, who is our longest reigning monarch? Who has sat on the throne for the longest time? I say it could be me if I've got my phone. Different type of throne, sorry. And question 10, who is second in line to our throne at the moment? So question 10, who is second in line to our throne at the moment? As it stands at the moment, with them all being alive the way that they are, who is second in line? And that's out of 12. Do we need any recaps? Drink in a minute. Okay, I don't think we need any recaps. Emma likes this round. She's going to smash this, she says. Right, nobody's saying they need any recaps, so I'm going to start with the answers. So question 1 was, which king died at the Battle of Hastings, ending the reign of the Anglo-Saxon kings and the beginning of the Normans? To get your 1 point, it was Harold II. Well, when I looked at the Wikipedia for Kings and Queens of England, I'm going through and, you know, A, I didn't realise how many there was, and B, I didn't realise how young some of them were when they died, and the things they died of, you know, where they'd been kidnapped and starved, or they died of dysentery and the plague, and yeah, this is why they call it horrible histories. I didn't know we had a Queen Anne. Lots of things. Question 2. Which king led crusades and was called the Lionheart? If you've seen Robin Hood, you'll know, and other things as well, that it was Richard the Lionheart, and you had his little brother in Robin Hood was called Prince John, but he actually became king, and apparently he's known as the worst king in England. So,
bit harsh.
Yeah, no, he was pretty awful. He did exactly the sort of things that you see in Disney's Robin Hood. Put the taxes up.
Had a snake for a...
Yeah, he had a snake for a assistant. Yeah, all that sort of thing. Okay. Question 3. Name Henry VIII's 3 children. We all know, obviously, Elizabeth I. Mary I, also known as Bloody Mary. Did that at school. I never did because I'm a chicken shit. I wouldn't do such a thing, as it would haunt me to this day. And Edward VI. Edward VI is the one that I was on a got, and he died. I think he was a kid when he died. Yeah. So 3 points if you got all of those. Question 4. Who was king during the Great Fire of London? And that was Charles II, the Merry Monarch. The one who invited you, I think on Mondays and Fridays or something, to go and watch him eat. You know, if you were starving, you could go and watch the king eat. How lovely. Question 5. Who was our monarch in 1900? So that was Queen Victoria. She died in 1901. Question 6. Who abdicated in 1936? And that was Edward VIII. Because he wanted to go off with Wallis Simpson, the American lady. Where have I heard that since? Yes.
Wallis got it.
What are you talking about? I'm talking about Harry and Meghan. Okay. Question 7. Who was our Queen's father? And that was George VI. Again, I would have known his name was George. That would have been about it. But George VI is the answer. Question 8. What year was our Queen coronated? She was coronated in 1953. Question 9. Who is our longest reigning monarch so far? Well, this changed in 2015, where it had previously been Victoria, but in 2015 Elizabeth II took over that title. She's reigned nearly 4 years longer than Victoria so far. So that's our Queenie. Question 10. Who is second in line from the throne at the moment? So as it stands at the moment, you've got Prince Charles, obviously, is first in line, and then his first child is Prince William. So Prince William. So that is out of 12. How did you do? What did we get out of 12? Grace got 12 out of 12. Well done. Owen got 12 out of 12. We know our kings and queens. Alison got 9 out of 12. Well done. Again, let's have a look what I'd have got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5. I'd have got 5 out of 12. Emma got 12 out of 12. Well done. Louise says, what was number 3's answer? That was... So, name Henry VIII's 3 children, Edward VI, Mary I, and Elizabeth I. So 3 points for each one you got right. Just waiting for some more scores. Just make sure I'm not missing out on anything. Just gonna poke my screen. Louise got 5 out of 12. I think you'd have beat. Would you have beat me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd have got 5 out of 12 too if I was doing it. Okay, right, round 3. Now, do we all remember the periodic table? Maybe from Big Bang Theory, maybe from school. Hopefully these are going to be quite easy ones. I haven't picked like really, really hard ones for this. So hopefully they're quite general knowledge. So question 1. K is the element symbol for what? And I think that's quite a common quiz question, that. I'll give you a clue, it's nothing beginning with K. So, K is the element symbol for what? Oh, Emma says she's not going to do well on this one. She's more history than science. I wasn't too bad at thing is, I wasn't too bad at everything, but I wasn't particularly good at anything. I was very average at most things at school. Yeah. Okay, question 2. What is the symbol for gold? Again, a clue is it doesn't start with a G. So question 2, what is the symbol for gold? Gold. But you have to say gold that way. Always believe in your soul. Question 3, which noble gas has the symbol Kr? And I will give you a clue. It is kind of like it sounds. So, also I had no idea that this stuff was real. I thought this was superhero stuff. Also a clue. So, question 3, which noble gas has the symbol Kr? If you're not sure, have a guess, because you could get this right. Especially since I said the superhero thing. So if everybody gets 1 out of 12, 1 out of 14, hopefully on this. Emma says she loves science, but I was no good at it. I really tried, but it never seemed to stick. That's me generally with everything. I kind of liked everything, but nothing much seems to stick. Science is magic, as far as I'm concerned. When Jamie tries to explain things to me, I'm like, I don't want you to explain it. It's just magic. We don't need other sorts of magic, because I think science and nature is magic enough. Okay. Question 4. What is the very first symbol on the table? So think of something very common, you know, for a element symbol. It's 1. It even sits on its own at the top of the periodic table, not part of the little Tetris grid underneath. So I'll give you 2 points for this as well. 1 for the symbol and 1 for what the symbol is. So question 4, what is the very first symbol of the periodic table? 1 point for saying the symbol, and 1 point for knowing what it is. And this element is in a hell of a lot of things, isn't it, Jamie?
Yeah.
Question 5. Which radioactive element has the symbol Pu? So, Pu. Isn't that a type of plastic?
Yeah.
Pu plastic?
Yeah.
Isn't it like latex or something?
It's polyurethane.
Polyurethane. Oh yeah, it's not that, obviously. So question 5, which radioactive element has the symbol Pu? So think of your radioactive things. I'd get this right purely on the basis that I've heard of this, and out of the 3 or 4 radioactive things I can think of, it's the closest to the symbol Pu, quite frankly. Yes. Question 6. Which American sounding element has the symbol CF? So this is quite a new addition to the periodic table. It's right at the bottom. And the clue is, which American sounding element has the symbol CF? So think about CF to do with America. What could CF be to do with America? I take it it's called that because of where it was discovered, or where it was, or the scientists were that were working on it.
Something like that. So it's a recently discovered one. It was still discovered in 1950.
It was still, yeah, but compared to the others,
Yeah.
surely it was discovered in 1950, the last one. But compared to the others, that's recent, yeah?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's more.
Compared to the music I'm listening to, that's quite recent, yeah?
Yeah, there's some like really new ones, but yeah, in the grand scheme of
I
things.
think everybody should have a guess at question 6, because think America and think CF. Question 7. What is the symbol for lead? Now, I don't know why, but I always thought lead was one of these metals that was made up of other things.
Oh, okay.
I didn't realise that it was actually an element. I just thought it sounded like something that you put this and that together and you get lead.
You know, you get the belt buckles made out of pewter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's lead and tin.
Lead and tin is pewter.
Yeah.
So when Alchemy Gothic charge you top dollar for pewter jewellery,
Yeah.
they're actually sending you lead and tin.
Yeah.
Okay. All the cheap metals. Emma says she's pretty sure her school books were from the 1930s.
Vintage.
Janet, I expect you to get top marks for this if you've got Pete with you. Your dad should know all the elements, shouldn't he?
He should.
He's an engineer. He's worked at nuclear power stations. He should know what goes with what definitely doesn't, what shouldn't be touched. Question 8. What elements make up steel? So I'll specifically say that it's not stainless steel, just plain old steel. So question 8. Which elements make up steel? I'll give you a clue. There are 2 of them. Something and something else. See, that's why I thought lead was a bit like steel.
Yeah.
Okay. Janet says, that's why no one drinks from pewter mugs anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice bit of lead poison in there.
Yeah. They added the tin to it to make it.
Janet says, so should you, Helen, with your old shower curtain. Well, I don't think we had... You didn't have it up that long, did you, with me?
No,
but yeah, I suppose you sit on the loo and you look at it and you sort of start to take some of it in.
Yeah.
Not much. Yeah. Question 9. Which two elements make up salt? So, which two elements make up salt? Now, we're actually going to give you 3 points here. A point each for the elements and another point for the... What would you call it? What's it called? The
chemical symbols.
The chemical symbol that ends up being salt. So 3 points available there. Let you ever think about that? Let me have a little bit of a drink. I say a little bit of a drink because that's all I've got left. A little bit of a drink. And question 10. Naturally occurring uranium is unstable. What stable element does it finally decay into? So I'm after the name of the element. So naturally occurring uranium, I'm going like this. Would that be a decent sized bit of uranium or is that too large?
Be enough to kill us.
Is that enough to kill us all?
Yeah.
Should I go like that? Naturally occurring uranium, yeah, is unstable. What stable element does it finally decay into? It's very interesting because Jamie told me that it takes like
46 million years.
46 million years to decay into thorium and then some other things.
Yeah.
And it takes such a long time to go to thorium, and then very quickly, in a matter of days, it becomes this, and then it stays this. And we've already mentioned this element as well so far in the quiz. It was one of the
surprise.
It wasn't the element of surprise, but it was in one of the previous questions. So that's quite interesting. But how on earth do they do an experiment to know that, you know, they get a bit of this uranium, which is radioactive and everything, yeah? And then how do they know that it takes 46 million years to change into... Is it a gas, thorium?
No, solid.
It's still solid?
Yeah, it's still solid.
Okay. And then change into a few other things very quickly and then become...
It's all down to nuclear science and how quickly they can unbond because of the electrical current that holds them together.
Okay. All right, leave that as that. Otherwise, I will fall asleep. Thank you very much, Professor Bennett. Okay, so we want a repeat of questions 7 and 8. So question 7 was, what is the symbol for lead? And question 8 is, what elements make up steel? Not stainless steel, just plain old steel. And there is 2 elements that make up steel. Anybody else need a recap? Are we okay? This is out of 14, and do you know what? I'm going to have a look and see how many I would have got. I'd have got 7 out of 14 if I'd have done this. Alison says all good. Okay, so question 1. K is the element symbol for what? And that is potassium.
Banana.
Banana. Banana! Yeah, bananas are full of K. Potassium. Yeah, my mum should know that, shouldn't she?
Yeah.
She knows no other chemical questions. She should know that because she's mad about bananas.
Potassium.
It's all about the potassium. Question 2. What is the symbol for gold? So gold is AU and silver is AG. So the answer was AU. AU. Question 3. Which noble gas has the symbol Kr? And when I saw this, I'm like, I said to Jamie, I said, is krypton real? He's like, yeah. I'm like, really? I thought it's just made up for Superman. Yeah. So, krypton. Question 4. What is the very first symbol on the table? And you get 2 points if you put H and hydrogen. There's its own little space right at the top. Question 5. Which radioactive element has the symbol Pu? And that is plutonium. Plutonium. Question 6. Which American sounding element has the symbol CF? So the clue was American sounding. So when you think of CF, what do you think of? Californium. So californium. No, it's not adamantium. Jamie says that's real too.
So it's unobtainium.
So it's unobtainium.
Unobtainium.
What?
Unobtainium.
Unobtainium.
Yeah.
Okay, what's that from?
That's from Avatar.
Avatar. Okay.
Yeah. Which we thought was hilarious because it's an in-joke
Yeah.
of engineers to when somebody says, "Oh yeah, can you make something with these certain mechanical properties? We want it to be really bendy, but we also want it to be really light, but we also want it to be
So we're going to make it out of unobtainium.
So somebody says, we're just going to have to make it out of unobtainium then, because you know
it's unobtainable.
Because there's no material that
does all those things.
Does all those things.
I got you.
Yeah. So, but because they could actually find it in Avatar, when we was at work and we were talking about it, we said, no, can't call it unobtainium because you can obtain it. So instead, it's bituminum. Bituminum. Yeah.
Okay.
Because
it just sounds like it's hard. It's hard to get. It's not.
It's
not unobtainium.
Yeah. Yeah, because
it's just bituminum.
Yeah, because all these blue skin people keep stabbing you every time you try to pick it up.
Okay. Right, question 7. What is the symbol for lead? And that is PB.
And J.
What?
And
no,
J.
it's not peanut butter and jelly, it's just peanut butter. Question 8. What elements make up steel? Remember, this wasn't stainless steel, which apparently has more stuff in it. And that is iron and carbon. So you got 2 points if you got either of those. See, now I'd have got 1 point for that. I'd have thought it was iron, but I wouldn't have got the carbon bit. Question 9. Which 2 elements make up salt? I'm giving you 3 points if you've got sodium. Again, I'd have got that. Chloride, and the symbol is NaCl. So if you got that as well, you can have 3 points. And last of all, question 10. Naturally occurring uranium is unstable. What stable element does it finally decay into? So, got to wait a very long time to find this out. But 46 billion years later, it'll become lead. And it'll be quite happy being lead.
Because it won't change at all.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, because it takes like 46 million years for it to change to thorium, and then like 27 days for it to then go to, I think it's like rhodium. Yeah.
It's just something being with B as well, like borium or something.
No, it's not rhodium, it's bismuth.
Bismuth?
Yeah.
Bismuth?
Yeah.
Isn't that somewhere in the UK? Bismuth?
Yeah. And it takes like about 10 hours to change to something else.
Yeah.
It's so bizarre. It's so bizarre. But it's because it's not stable, because it's not got the right number of electrons.
Yeah. But it's just amazing that takes such I can't even say the words, a long time to get to something and then go, oh, I don't know, lead.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's have a look at the scores. I'm talking over this. Let's go back. So Claire got 8. Addison got 13, thanks to her son, Jack. Grace got 6. Janet says both will poison you slowly. I'm not sure what's your mum going on about there. Full marks for Janet and Pete. Well done. Expected. And Owen got 12. Some more scores to find out there, and then we'll go into the last round, round 4. We're doing alright, it's 1:45. It turns out Taylor is some kind of mad scientist, and we got 9. Well done. Louise got 5 out of 14. Did I do my what I've got? I can't remember.
Did anyone get my uranium becomes lead thing now? Because I thought that was reasonably difficult.
Did anybody get Jamie's question 10 with uranium becoming lead? He'd like to know if anybody got that right, because that's his question. Yeah. Oh, wait a second.
Being the nuclear nerd I am.
Yeah. We'll wait for somebody to answer. Oh, Janet and Pete got that.
That don't count.
They don't count because they're his parents, apparently. Well, I mean, I know that they're his parents. They're not his parents, apparently. But have you told that to them then?
I think my dad probably told me that it was.
You learned from your dad, so okay, right. So
I'll be horribly disappointed if my dad didn't get that.
Right, let's move on to the last round, round 4, and this is lead singers. And I'm hoping I've picked 10 bands that haven't changed their lead singer, because you know quite a few of them go through several versions and got a little mix of music here. So question 1, who is the lead singer of The Cure? So question 1, who is the lead singer of The Cure? Oh, Alison got Radium, but that's not the final stable end, she says.
It does go down to Radium.
Does go down to Radium, so well done for knowing that anyway. So round 4, lead singers. Question 1 was, who is the lead singer of The Cure? I bought myself the same guitar that this fella used. And I had all big ideas that I was going to learn to play the guitar. You know, like you do as a sort of late teen, you go through. Bought myself the big keyboard as well, the big Casio keyboard. And I just couldn't do any. It was like a red love heart that he had. I'm also left-handed, so you know, just the whole thing was. I don't know whether I thought I was going to be Jimi Hendrix and play it upside down or something or whatever. Yeah. Oh, Owen likes this fella from The Cure. Question 2, who is the lead singer of Duran Duran?
Duran.
My favourite bands from the 80s. Question 2, who is the lead singer of Duran Duran? Question 3, who is the lead singer of Iron Maiden? Question 3, who is the lead singer of Iron Maiden? Question 4, who is the lead singer of No Doubt? Question 4, who is the lead singer of No Doubt? Question 5, who is the lead singer of Blondie? So question 5, who is the lead singer of Blondie? Question 6, who is the lead singer of The Who? So, question 6. Who is the lead singer of The Who? I love this bloke because if he does interviews and he doesn't like their questions, he just tells them that they're stupid. What sort of question is that? Question 7. Who is the lead singer of Aerosmith? So question 7. Who is the lead singer of Aerosmith? Question 8. Who is the lead singer of Guns N' Roses? Who looks very different nowadays. He's always having the P taken out of him. Comparing him to a woman now, I think. Yeah. So, question 8. Who is the lead singer of Guns N' Roses? Question 9. Who is the lead singer of UB40? Your mum says he's ugly. So question 9 was, who is the lead singer of UB40? And the last one, question 10, who is the lead singer of Spandau Ballet? So question 10, who is the lead singer of Spandau Ballet? Do we need any recaps? In a minute, Louise can tell us who her mate is. Which one? Owen, which question are you referring to where you're asking which one? I'm sorry if I picked a band that had a couple of lead singers. Let's say their main lead singer. If you're thinking of Iron Maiden. Somebody who's been their lead singer for a very long time. I think he could mean that one. I have a slight suspicion. Two singers in Maiden. Okay, so I'm going. So the lead singer in Iron Maiden is also a pilot. There you go. Oh, and Claire says current Spandau Ballet or original. I'm after original 80s lineup Spandau Ballet. I know they all fell out with each other. The two brothers and him. They were at loggerheads. And often you see this fella performing their hits on his own. For things. I remember on This Morning they did a live wedding and they had the answer to question 10 singing True, I think, live on This Morning as they did a live wedding. I think I remember that right. Okay, well, nobody's asked for any recaps, so... And a good swordsman. Oh, there we go. Right, let's have the answers. So question 1, who is the lead singer of The Cure? And that is Robert Smith. Question 2, who is the lead singer of Duran Duran? And that is Simon Le Bon Bon, as I like to call him. It's Simon Le Bon. Question 3, the lead singer of Iron Maiden that I was after, that was also a pilot, and that is Bruce Dickinson. Question 4, lead singer of No Doubt, a band from the 90s, or 90s, noughties I suppose. That was Gwen Stefani, she's quite a character. Question 5, lead singer of Blondie, that was Debbie Harry.
Not Dirty Harry.
Not Dirty Harry, but Debbie Harry. Dirty Blonde Debbie Harry. Question 6, lead singer of The Who is Roger Daltrey. Louise was referring to Bruce. Bruce.
What, the shop?
No, I just like saying Bruce like that because he's the shop. Yeah. Sharon Osbourne hates Bruce Dickinson for some reason. I remember seeing a thing of the Osmonds, the Osbournes, and she was saying that she put her shit in an envelope and posted it to him because she didn't like him. Okay. Question 7. The lead singer of Aerosmith is Steven Tyler. Question 8. Lead singer of Guns N' Roses is Axl Rose. Looks a state nowadays. Question 9. Lead singer of UB40. So apparently there are a couple of brothers in it, but I was actually after Ali Campbell. And the last one, the classic 80s lineup of Spandau Ballet had Tony Hadley as their lead singer. So that's out of 10. How did you do out of 10? And then afterwards you can add up and tell me how you did out of 46. Owen says she egged him whilst he was on stage 2. The bitch. Yes. Emma got 8 out of 10 for that one. Janet got 6. Claire got 9. Owen got 10. Alison got 9. So we've got a final score coming in. So Owen got 42 out of 46. Well done. That's only 4 wrong. Claire got 33 out of 46. Well done. Grace got 29 out of 46. Well done. Janet got 37 out of 46. Emma got 37 out of 46. You taking notice of these scores over there? No? Because Jamie ain't got to do anything technical. Jamie is literally doing other stuff over there. In fact, might even be doing some work. What is that a diagram of?
Motherboard.
A motherboard of what?
Computer.
Is that for work or is that for
That's
something?
me.
It's for you.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Louise got 18 out of 46. Have we had everybody now? I think we might have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we've got all our people. So, let me have a look at this again because Jamie wasn't paying attention. So, our winner... Oh, hang on, sorry. Alison ended up with 38 out of 46. Taylor wants to know about your motherboard. You can tell him about that. So let me go back. So Owen is our winner with 42 out of 46. Well done. And let me do some more scrolling. Keep scrolling. 33, 37. So the next one. So in second place is Alison with 38 out of 46. Well done. And in joint third place, we have Janet and Emma with 37 out of 46. Well done. Well done, everybody.
So who's got first then?
I told you.
Oh.
Listen. No, I said Owen got 42 out of 46.
Brilliant.
Right, obviously there are no proper fireworks tonight, so here you go. Helen's fireworks. You're very welcome, everyone. I put Charlie's link on the event page again because he needs to go back to Mexico to get his scan results and everything. So it all costs money. So have a little read of his story if you haven't already. I won't go on about it too much, but it's always there. If you feel obliged to even donate a £5, it all helps. We don't know where we're going to be next weekend yet, because obviously Jamie's got hospital appointments and all sorts coming up. So we could be here, we could be in Kent. So we will do something, but it could be another pub quiz like that. If you have any ideas for rounds for pub quizzes, if you don't like the way that I'm doing my rounds or something, any feedback helps. If you don't say anything, we don't know. We will do the toys from the past as soon as Jamie's able to, because obviously that's visual. I need pictures and everything for that and videos. So, but yeah, and we finished at 10 o'clock. Look at that. So I shall see you all on Sunday, hopefully, for another one. So just have a look on the page and see what we're doing. And as soon as I know, you'll know. Thank you very much, guys.